Test, test, mic test. We're back. This time I've actually changed my layout compared to last stream. This is purely because this is a lot easier for me to draw with. So let me just edit it so that you guys can see the sketch better. Cool. This is a design of my OC. My personal OC this is. That is. Oops. So he's supposed to be very generic. There's nothing meant to be very special about him. But it is a him, so please keep that in mind. Okay. Where I left off at was I had just finished painting the face, but I've obviously now moved on to the shirt. Just before the stream I just finished like all the folds to the shirt and stuff, so oops. Yeah. So let me just show what I've done so far. We've got the eyes, nose, hair, all that stuff. Obviously I've added a lot of detail to the eyes, however I need to change, oops, I need to change it so that it's by cubic, which is, I'm not sure how to do actually. Let's see. Oh, there is like a lot of things here. This is dockers, so this is all the docks and stuff, which is very helpful, but I did not see this until now. Unfortunately, so yeah. I haven't labeled any of my layers, I've just been going off of what I can see on them, which isn't very helpful, but it does the job. Anyways, let's see, what color is this? Oh, this is the shirt color. I'm on the shirt layer actually. I need to, yeah, so that's the wrinkles, the folds, if you will. So we'll go below. Alright, let's get started on coloring the shirt. Do I ever say hello? No. Sorry, hello. I gotta remember to do that. I think I want to make it just a bit more purple. Like that, yeah, for just a softer color. So shadows work sort of like, they get dragged down like this. I don't know if I want this to be the shadow or this part to be the shadow, so I've got a feeling I'm going to end up wanting the inside to be the shadow, so we'll do that. Because the light is sort of coming from this direction, sort of. So yeah. I don't know if I like that actually. That looks kind of unnatural. I feel like the folds coloring should be on that side. Okay. Okay. It's not abnormal for me to do that. Besides something else, so just go with what I'm doing. Maybe like further, oops. Like that. Of course, the larger the paint, the larger the brush, the more it decides I'm going to lag, which is great, amazing if you will. Very annoying though. After I finish this, I will go on to doing an animation I've been working on for school. So that's if I finish this before I want to end stream. Don't know if I like that. I'm so indecisive with shadows. Like, I do want something in this empty space, but I don't know what exactly to put. Maybe just like a small shadow, I guess. Like that, maybe. Small, subtle shadow. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. Yeah, shirt. Shirt. Shirt is shirting. This is good. Yeah, I like this. Okay. This color is very much clashing, so maybe not. Think a little less this way more. Maybe... Like, I have a good idea, but the color of the shirt... Let's see if I can change the color of the shirt. I haven't managed to figure this out yet, so... I think if I just, like... do this... and select it... should work, question mark? That was definitely an attempt. Oopsies. Oh god. Okay, so it's very obviously too cool. But... now why does it keep doing that? Okay. Okay, so now when I add... yeah, that's a lot better actually. Space. Hello, space. Space, hello. Hello? I love when, Krita bugs. I love when Krita bugs so much. It's amazing, man. When Krita bugs, it's great. That's all I can say. Let me go. I'm free. Honestly, this might be sort of enough for just a shirt. However, I am a creature of detail. So, I am a creature of detail, meaning that I do want to add more. It's really desaturated looking. I think, if I do this right, then I can outline everything in like a different color. Oops. That way it's like the hair where nothing's just like boring and whatnot. Let's see. Oopsies. Maybe something more vibrant? I could do something more vibrant, yeah. Okay. And you know, I'm just gonna render this one sleeve and see how it goes. Like, if I don't like it, it's on another layer, so it's fine. I think I want to kind of drift into, yeah, just like more subtle maybe? I'm saying subtle while using a bright pink, by the way. Honestly? Honestly? Hear me out. Wait, let me cook. Hold on. I gotta cook. Wait, so if I decrease the opacity. Honestly, yeah. I just need to add more of it, probably. Like, it looks really plain without it, so I just gotta like slowly add little bits of it, and I'd say. Yeah, yeah, it looks a lot less dull compared to the hair. Like, it looks a lot nicer with other colors. Maybe, wait, I gotta keep going. Ah! I know this music. don't like this random line just sitting here. Gentle erasing. I don't like it. I don't like this random line. Okay. 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 If I were to remove this layer. Yeah, it looks fine without it. Cool. I don't know whether to keep it or not. Oh, that one's fine. This one. I think I need to lower the opacity more. That looks better. Yeah. It looks a bit more cohesive. Okay, save. Save. Guys, if you're drawing, always remember to save. You can't trust it to work. You can't trust it to be cool and stuff. Where'd I put my phone again? Oh, right there. Small break. So I finished drawing the shirt. I gotta draw... Where's my mouse? Where'd it go? There it is. This one. So I gotta draw sleeves and... okay. This music's such a bop, man. Alright, sleep time. Honestly, I could make group layers, actually. I should probably start making group layers, if anything. Okay, let's look for those shirts. I need to turn this one off. Okay, shirt layer 1. Shirt layer 2, question mark? Shirt layer 2. Shirt layer 3. And shirt layer 4 for obvious reasons. I think it needs a little bit of highlighting, like a very small amount, because it just looks like shadows. All it looks like is shadows right now. It doesn't look like much. So purple. That's still a very warm purple, if anything. Is better? Yeah, kind of, but it's still too dark. Let's do light, actually. Here we go. Ah, scheiße. It's a bit better. Just make it a bit low, a bit lighter. Yeah. Okay, shirt finished. So Yep, okay, cool. I should probably make one for the head, huh? There's a lot going- there's not many layers for the head, if anything. I don't know why. There just isn't. Should I go from bottom up, huh? Anything look out of place, chat? I think we're good. If anything, I could honestly just finish it and call it a day. However, I must commit to the full, okay? I must commit to the full. Cool. So now if I remove this, yep, cool. Alright, I've organized it a bit. Alright, next thing. Do you want to do pads or the rest of the arms? I think rest of the arms would be a good idea, huh? What color do I want these? Considering there's dark up here, I might want to contrast that and put dark here as well. I think that would be a nice idea. Yeah, I think that would be a nice idea to contrast it a bit. I could do this. I think, yeah, because I don't want it to be black. I don't want it to be black. I want it to still match the theme that I've given him. Okay, next arm. Oh god, wait. Don't want to read all that work. Aww. Wait, hold on. I need to... Aw. This looks kinda cute, actually, not gonna lie. It looks really cute. This is something I would wear. Like, actually, I probably have worn this sort of clothing before. Yeah, I have. I don't think I've worn specifically a blue shirt underneath. But I have worn a hoodie underneath my clothes, or like a sleeves like this underneath my clothes before. It's very comfortable. It's very warm though, which is the downside, obviously. But yeah, I quite like clothes like this. Mm. Oh, my internet's a bit dead. Oh, internet struggles. Okay, next arm. I don't think I'm gonna make this like, I'm gonna make the arms as simple as possible in terms of artwork, because that way I don't have to worry too much, and then I can just do the legs and then I'm done. Well, background first and then I'm done basically. I'll have to be my aunt is calling for me. That's the wrong text. Okay. I will move you guys so you can see the head. Okay, I'll be back. back. Alright, back to sleeves. I love how my internet just occasionally dies a bit. Okay, do this. Let's see. Yeah, very simple on purpose. I think I'm gonna make a little bit of a lighter color, and then do a bit of outlining on the shadows so that it looks a bit more blended, maybe, and also a bit more vibrant. I will get another color as well, just to add more of that vibrancy. Completely agree with the sweetheart take. Oh my god, that was from last stream too, that's so funny. Usually I will clear the chat, but I was like, I'll leave it open for a few streams. See how colluded it gets. Yeah. Honestly, she did attempt to do that, so that's a very fair take. She did attempt to do it, so yeah. Someone's gonna like join us to be like, why are you doing all these colors? There's no point. Why are you doing all these colors? There's no point. It's because I'm a fanatic for details. I'm drawing my OC. He's called Mr. Sleepy because I haven't given him any other name yet. I haven't decided on a name for him, so he's just called Mr. Sleepy. He's actually the chibi that I'm using to, like, you know, talk and stuff. So he's really cute. I just haven't, like, actually gotten around to drawing him. And I was like, ooh, why not why don't I draw him? Because, yeah, why not? Me and being a fanatic for detailing means that, like, I spend so much time adding a ridiculous amount of colors for no reason, by the way. I don't need to do this. Like, I don't need to do this. Oops. It's like, for example, the hair. I don't need to add this many colors and layering, but it looks nice, so yeah. Shirt. Okay, time to add a darker color, which I think I will make a little bit more. That is too dark, actually. That's better. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. I love your attention to detail. Thank you. I love drawing so much that I will just be a pain in the ass to myself because this is a very tedious process that I've decided on. Which is just like not relying on line art. That is how I draw. I don't rely on line art. You will notice that none of this actually has line art in it. It is just painting, essentially, which is a very tedious way of drawing. I think you see how I've done that. I think I'm gonna do the same thing here, maybe, but I've honestly done it in such a way that I kind of don't want to. I'll consider it. Oops. I think I'll consider that. That's for sure. Add a little bit of a lighter shade to it too. It's a bit too light for my liking. Oops. Maybe a bit darker. More here. I mean, like, it's okay. It's an okay shade. Like, this is better for, like... That is very dark compared to here. That's crazy. A little bit darker then. That's nice, yeah, I like this. Okay, but not relying on line art part is kind of real. I always use my sketch as my line art because I'm not gonna make yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't have a line art in any of my drawings. Like, the chibi that is drawn for my stream was drawn by a friend because I just can't draw chibis. Well, I can, but I didn't really know. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just sort of like was like, hey, do you want to draw mine? And she said yes, so yeah. So my friend drew the chibi for me. It was great. Okay. I was looking on I said I wouldn't add this much detail to the sleeves, but I've ended up adding a decent amount of detail to the sleeves. Oops. Let's do that and then... Okay, I think I'm happy with the sleeves. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the sleeves. Let's do the final part, which is the legs. It's the legs. And then I'm gonna go over everything and render like everything like one final time, I think, and make sure that I'm happy with everything. So group layer. The problem is that I don't know how to draw pants. I don't know how to render pants very well. So this will be an interesting situation of can Can I draw pants? I think I'm gonna make them like just as dark as but probably darker. Probably like yeah. Okay, so then other side. Okay, and now if I do this right, if I just okay. If I do this right, then I can avoid doing a lot of shading. I think yeah, if I do that, then I can avoid some shading. I did sketch out where I wanted the shadows to be. It doesn't mean that I will necessarily follow them though, so let's just see how that looks. Oh, there's a bit of streaks. Okay. Honestly, I could just like... That looks very blank. I don't think I'm gonna end up leaving it like that. Let me just move this... Oops. Let me just move this like below arm sleeves, because it looks... Yeah, below arm sleeves looks a bit nicer. Okay. I kind of made it very difficult for myself to do this. Let's see. So there's that there. I do know the pants are actually purple, so I can just base it off of that sort of assumption. Did I successfully? Like kind of. I do need to erase a little bit called like right here, because it is where the pants sort of, yeah. It looks really awkward. Just trust the process, guys, trust the process. I think having just it all purple is actually a better idea. Changing the idea is gonna put all of it purple. All of it's now suddenly purple. It's easier to add dimension if it's a more vibrant color than whatever brown that I just chose. Technically, if I cut it like right there, I'll do minimal shading. I'll do minimal shading. Okay, I'll do minimal shading. I'm not gonna be too lazy. I will do minimal shading. Minimal shading. Let's see. Why is it such like a questionable color? It's such a questionable color. Oh, someone joined the server. I don't know who. I can't check right now. It's such a questionable color. Pause. Hold on. Why is it? Oh, is it because it's just black? Is it just straight black? Hold on. Okay, that's a better color. It was just straight black though. I joined. Oh, thank you. You will now get notified for every time I stream, every time, like an hour before every time I stream, and also, what else? Any, like, events that I do in the Discord, actually. It's really not much I can do in terms of making this look like pants. There's not much I can do, really. I'm just scribbling at this point, because I don't want to I don't want to pressure too much on the details for that. You can barely see it anyways, so... Like, in the profile picture, you'll only be able to see this, so... Okay, time to do something called backgrounds. Love backgrounds. Fun. I'm going to... group. We're gonna just shove all of this in here. There we go. Alrighty. We got all of the OCN1 section. Alrighty. Time to do background. Do we enjoy background? Actually, we can look at the sketch now. So this was the initial sketch, believe it or not. I don't know why it's so green. This is the initial sketch though. Yeah, the initial sketch. And then I realized, the shoulders are kind of big and bulky, so the sketch after that, the next sketch, this was after this one, where I felt like the shoulders were too bulky, so I scaled it down a bit and made him look a bit cuter, which resulted in this lovely being. I will send a message on my phone to say, to welcome you real quick. Let's see. Ritsu. Yeah, Mr. Sleepy, I need to give him a proper name, dude. I need to invest in giving him a proper name. Like, genuinely, I need to decide a proper name. Because, obviously, this is my online alias, specifically. But my online alias is, Avia. And if the day that my pen works would be great. Come on, pen. Either my internet's dying or my pen has died. My pen can't die either, so that makes it even funnier, actually. Oh no, I don't have a layer to sketch on. What am I doing? I don't have a layer to sketch on right now. Okay, here we go. So this is how you spell my online alias, Avia. Obviously my username is avivikuki. Oh my god, you guys can see my handwriting. So this is my name, my online alias, and this is my username. This is actually a hyphenation of two names that one that I go with if I feel like it, which is Kukiko. The history behind Kukiko is, I saw the name Yukiko, and this was back when Genshin was in Sumeru and you could choose Scaramouche's name and stuff. So I was like, ooh, Yukiko Kukiko, so that's the history behind this. Literally. This is nothing special, but yeah, I have to figure out what to call my OC in particular, because I could call him Avia, but he doesn't look like an Avia. He looks too cute to be an Avia. And I want to give him a distinct name that people can call him by, and then I know that they're not talking about me. Obviously you'll see in the server that they call me Abby, primarily. Just because it's a shorter name, and I was like, yeah, that's part of the reason why it's Avibi Cookie. I was recommended by, I saw this video when I was younger, and I was like, ooh, this person recommends that. Yeah, handwriting's so neat, I'm so jelly. I spend time practicing, well, unironically, like, if I, it's what Japanese, okay, what's a word in Japanese, like, ame, maybe? I don't remember how to write ame, never mind. I could do it in hiragana. That's a bit too big. Oh my god. It's really weird to write with this, actually. I believe that's it, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Ame. I got sidetracked. He doesn't look like one. I want to have a differentiation between him and me. Because he's very cute. I've actually worn this exact clothing. Aside from the blue, I've worn black, not blue. But yeah, I'm wearing this shirt right now. I drew a shirt that I'm currently wearing. It is a bit more grey, but I drew a shirt that I'm currently wearing, so yeah. That's really funny to me. Any suggestions would be great. I will take any suggestions. My friend is spamming me. You always stream when I need to study? Hello? Oh my god, I think I actually remember you. I think I remember you. If we'd like, I can stream tomorrow in the morning, which is roughly in like 12 hours. I can actually stream in like 12 hours, because that's around the time I wake up. So like 12 to 13, 14 hours, I can actually stream, because I go to school late, like later. So I would be happy to do that. You do? That's so cool. Yeah, I can do that. I'd be happy to do that because it gives me an excuse to do something. Oh my god, I don't know what to do for the background. I've just been yapping. I don't know what to do for the background. I think for the color, I'm just gonna remove this for the background. Let's see. Layer is locked. Oh, that's why I can't draw on it. There we go. Okay. So, oops. Okay, let's see what I can do. Let's see. So, I can honestly erase the entire background if I felt like it. I can also just remove this guy so I can see. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this. Alright, what do we think of a background? Do we have any suggestions on backgrounds? Oh, I said I appreciate remembering. Ah, sorry. I switch conversations so easily that I just like sort of brain a bit. About streaming, I'm not sure I made it since I'm a little work sadly, but I will always oh, thank you. And always the VOD is very available. I don't edit them into videos because I can't be bothered, but one day, maybe. Maybe. But yeah, I am happy to do whatever I want. No, sure, yeah, don't worry, I can read, mostly. Something important is that whatever color you put in the background will affect what shows up. So this, for example, doesn't pop out the person very much. What about Starry Sky? You know what? Let me show you the start screen, because I know you guys weren't here for the start. This is the background I have for the start screen, to give you a good reference. So I could do something like that, where there's hanging stars and stuff like that. I just don't want to do blue. Like, I don't want to do purple, because there's a lot of purple, and it won't make the character pop too much. This is a nice color. Thank you. I drew it. What's being drawn? My OC, and currently I'm working on the background. I think if we go yellow, actually. Hold on, let me try yellow. Yellow? Maybe. I think more of a... Nah, I think I really like this pink. I really like that pink, actually. This pink is really nice. It gives the colors, like, a moment to pop. Okay. Oh god. My brush is too big that the software is not catching up. What's the goal? Just artwork for the stream? The goal for today is to finish this, because I really want to finish it. And this will also be my profile picture on YouTube, because the current profile picture I have is a fan art that I did of An for my fandom. So yeah, I need to put it as something that makes me more identifiable than on, unfortunately. So I really like the shade of purplish pink. Me too. This is I believe this color is called mauve. Mauve. You can correct me if I'm wrong because I have a very bad visual memory, unfortunately. So you can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Just move him out of the way. You deserve a good perfection. Your art style is great. Thank you very much. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. Someone's done an intro. I can see the intro. Oh right, because you usually aren't available for my streams, I do have a Discord. I need to advertise it more because the people that watch my streams every now and then and come check in, they don't know I have a Discord because I don't mention it very often. So that's in the description if you'd like to hang out. The theme, the theme is actually based on a novel that I really like. Okay, I think I've colored this as much as I can. Yeah, this actually makes him look really nice. Ooh, very nice. Thank you for telling me. No problem. Okay, this makes him look really nice, actually. I quite like this color for him. It also brings out his hair in a way that I quite like as well. So this is quite nice. I think for the stars, because he does have stars in his hair, I'm going to do... Instead, I'm going to have stars on around him. Because that way I don't remove the fact that he's got like this cool little cute hair. Also checking for the color, assuming I know how to spell. I don't think it's the name of color, maybe I'll search for it later. Okay. The color that I was thinking of is, I'm using the same color as the background, oops, is called mauve. Maybe star. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Okay. I need a different yellow. I need like a really bright yellow that is not very warm. I need a cooler yellow. Maybe like something like very pale would work better? That looks a lot nicer. Okay. So for eyes, if I were to put eyes... It is mauve, yeah. So I was right? Or was I not right? I don't know. Ooh, do I like that? Nah, it's very hard to see. Oops. It's very hard to see. Oops. You were! Yay! Okay, so for my plan, we do little stars. Like that. I just gotta lay them out where I want them, so let's put... I could give him a halo! That'd be so cute! Wait. I can give him a halo, wait. You know like that... Maybe try drawing it on a layer and add on top, yeah. I'm adding it, I'm drawing it here. Can I draw a perfect, like a relatively perfect circle? Oh, you can see my shaky hands. Okay, so if I tilt it, do it here. That'd be really cute, actually. Halo's a good one. A hill, yeah. It ends up connecting to a star, or if I do this right, it drops down. I've actually done a painting like that before, where it was a skull and there was a halo. It's very morbid, sorry, but it was a skull on a plate, and it had a halo with stars dripping down like this, which I think would be really pretty. I did it, I believe I got an A for that assignment. It was back in 2024, I believe. Can I get this, like, nice, please? That'd be great. There we go. I like that. That's a lot nicer. I'm gonna duplicate this so that it's a bit more... Yeah, there we go. Which is the button. That's the rename, which is the button for this. Okay, wait, I need to pull this up. I don't want to accidentally... Oh god. Okay, dude. I believe it was Control E, so this button. Okay, hold on. I mirrored it by accident. Oh, he looks so pretty. Oh, he looks so pretty. Sorry for not replying sooner. My mom came in. Sadly, got a stomach ache, but it's not an excuse to study. I will say this. Earlier at school, I studied maths for how many hours? 2 hours. And it was really nice. Like, I cannot explain how nice it is to be able to lock in and really study when you can. Especially when it matters most is when it's really nice. Let's do this. Let's zoom out. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I agree with you. Yeah, it's really nice to when you're able to. I think I gotta erase this one so that's behind the head, but it's fine. It's hard for me to get into the zone, but when I do, yeah. I was actually like I was teaching my friend maths, and it got me really like caught up in it. And my teacher just kept being like, okay, don't give up, just keep going, don't give up on it, because I was just like, I can't do this today. Yeah, thank you. I love how childish it looks, because some of the streams I do is very like, some of the streams I do can be considered very childish, considering like I'm playing games or whatever. I think actually I'm gonna stick to the drawn type of stars where it's like this instead of filled in, because it gives it a more childish feel. I'm jealous of you. Managing math is my weakness personally. I would happily do a study session with one of my friends on stream, because we both have to study for exams soon. So I would happily do a stream like that, where I show all my processes on that. Maybe I should have some moon and stars, actually. A moon. Planet. Are we up for a studying stream? Yeah! Yeah, I'd say some people might consider it childish, but I think the idea that having this sort of childish feel to it will remind people that some things can be childish, but there's nothing wrong with it. I quite like being able to have a childish feel to some things. I need this a bit longer. I think a moon would also be really nice somewhere. Maybe here. Yeah. I think moons are a bit rounder, aren't they? Ooh, moons are quite hard to draw, apparently. There we go. I think also different types of stars, maybe. My aunt is calling for me to have dinner, so give me a hot minute. I will read your message in a moment, because unfortunately my aunt is calling me again. I spot 24-hour time. 24-hour time. I spot the 24-hour time. Let me see what you guys have been sending. Been called Kyler's when I was little, so I grew to be insecure of it, trying my best to accept the side of me, so it's cool seeing someone trying to... Yeah, because I don't care if I appear childish, I don't mind how I appear. I think it'd be really cool to give that message to other people. I've been looking for something to draw, something to watch while I draw. You can always just watch me. I think you could just, you know, watch me. You guys are talking about time zones. 24-hour time. I was confused for a moment. Yeah. Okay. I was drawing moons. Let's see how it looks. Aww. That looks really cute. Aww. That looks so cute. I think that's what I've been doing. It's fun. I've managed to finish sketching Fine On. Ooh, Fine On! I prefer the 24-hour time, but if I'm talking to other people, I will default to using AM PM just because not everyone I know uses 24-hour. Where can I put a sun, do you think? Maybe right here? Oh my god, Fine On! Okay, Fine On is someone from Honkai Star Rail. It's a game. I could probably play Honkai Star Rail on stream. Not for lore reasons, just because I need to keep playing it, because I've stopped playing it suddenly. Okay, this looks really cute. Oh my god. I love how the sun is like almost in the center, but not quite. Let's add some more stars. Oops. I used to play Star, but I left once. I got confused with the story, but that's so cool. I got stuck since late 2023 in the snowy biome area, so I just did not play it for a very long time. Fortunately, I managed to get back into it, so now I'm finally away from that snowy region. I like the moon being off center too, yeah. I like it just not being, any of it being centered. Well, in reality, the sun is actually centered, but yeah. Oh, it looks so cute. Aww. Little sexy, accessories. Oh my god, accessories. You can either call me Avi, Avia, or Cookie. It's purely up to you. Most people call me Avi from my stream. On my Discord, I also go by 707, so you have a very large range. Or both laziness 8 allowed. Or both and laziness 8 allowed. Yeah, Avi. A lot of people call me Avi. Okay, what else can we add to this? Because I've added the little stars. I'll add one more. Oops. It's a big question, what was a star? A few more stars. Let's go with Abby. Cool. Alright, let's see. What? Oops. And I'm gonna save before my thing might crash. Clouds? I could add clouds actually. That's a really good idea. Thank you for the idea. Let's add some clouds. I think we should do a sort of sunset idea maybe? Or dawn. I really like dawn. So, if we want to do this, I think going with, oops, that's the wrong button, sunset, so, because we do have clouds in my stream, but obviously the pen is very different, so, Where am I clicking? Let's look for a pen. Let's see. I'm gonna bring this out. Hold on. Ah! Hello, brush demos? Can I... There we go. Can you stop, please? Let me... Oh my days. I'm trying to make it bigger and it's not letting me. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna use my mouse. Don't it be nice? I'm with Night here. Maybe it'd be good to spread the doodleish stars out, since it brings a lot of attention to the face. Unless of course, since the I could bring the doodleish stars out. I'm just gonna. There we go. Good god, that took a long second for me to do. I'll just shove it down here. I have an overview. You guys want to see the overview? I'll let you guys look at the overview. If I can make it bigger, please, that'd be great. I don't know where to put this at the moment, so we're gonna just leave it there. Okay, let's look. I think sketch ones would be the best for this, actually. Chalk? Chalk soft? Okay, well, let's test this. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Let's do some clouds. So clouds are typically... I'm gonna move the... I'm gonna open this and move this underneath. Don't know why it went all the way to the bottom. Hello? Hello? Okay, well, it's sort of decided it to not... There you go. That works, actually. That works. Okay. And now I can turn that off, and we can work on the background. It's a very weird looking cloud. A representation of yourself, or has a background story? My OC is a representation of myself, but I could give him a background story, but he is sort of to represent me in some sort of way. Based on like the clothes and the sleepiness, because I'm often very tired. Although, aside from that, I think giving him a backstory would be really nice. Giving him something other than that. Giving him something other than me to relate to. Since obviously he is a sleepy little guy. Okay, so that's our base for the clouds. I think if I add... I put this on the background. Of course I put it on the backgrounds. Hold on. Copy of backgrounds. Cool. So, that means if I do... this... Oh. I sort of didn't plan this, didn't I? I really like this pink color. Okay. It's too blue. I don't like how blue it is. That's too grey. That's better. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to put clouds? Clouds, for my stream, I put them sort of like this, or in the corners, like that, which I could do. I like the base color for the clouds. Maybe purple could be for shading, just a suggestion. Yeah, so this is just basically gonna be the very bottom of the clouds in a way. It's just like putting it so I can lay out where I want the colorings to be. Let's put some down here. Very cool, educational, as they say. Oops. I did a similar thing for the clouds, where I did the darkest colors first, and then I started laying the lighter colors on. Because for the lighter colors, I can change the tone of it. And I can also change sort of how they sit on each other. Ooh, I could do, to add to the doodle theme with all of it, I can also add some doodle clouds around him. Just carefully changing the tone. Ooh. That's a bit too light for my liking, however, if I do it right... How did I do it on my stream? I did something like... I'm gonna add another layer. So it's something like this. Don't like that. Oops. It kind of looks like, he's coming through the clouds in a way. Wait, if I put him in. If I make this bottom part so that he's behind it, I think that will look really nice. So, we're going to merge this down. And then, ooh. Do I want to add any more clouds before that? Actually, yeah, I do. Oops. I do want to add a few more clouds. I think in a darker color and more of a pink would be nice. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that looks really cute actually. I don't know why I zoomed out so much, but I did. Okay, so now if I merge these, and I believe Honestly, I can just duplicate it and then we erase the top. Alright, I have... Okay. Sleepy, but that's what I made up on the spot. Thinking about it, it appears if he's a traveler, he got stuck in a sea of clouds, but has learned of the general area and now lives in there. Maybe because he's human, the land makes him more sleepy, but that's what I made up on the spot. That's so cute, man. That's really cute. I do like that idea. That's a really cute idea. I'm gonna add a little bit of clouds below here to add just a little bit of difference. And we're going to now erase, oops, it's the wrong color. Erase here. Okay. And now if I move my OC to here. Aww. And now I don't have to worry about the fact that he looks really confused. Thank you so much, no worries. Aw, he looks so tight. He looks so confused. He looks so confused and is adorable. Okay. Now, here it is. And we get my yellow. Can I find my yellow again? Here it is. I'm gonna use this one again. And I'm just gonna make it really small. I'm gonna add some clouds. That's a very big. Oops. Poor boy needs head pads. Wait, if I add little like wings, oh my god, wait. Hold on, how do you do those like really cute wings? It's like those little like that. It looks like little hats, that's so cute. He's so small, he only needs one popcorn. Ooh, did my music just finish? Oh no, it didn't. That's what I say. How do I draw clouds? Like this? I know what you're trying to do, but it's not within my skill set. Oh, that's so cute. Oops. Little stars, just lingering around. Aw, he's so cute. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, what the hell am I? Where the hell am I? Aw. Ugh, I don't know if I like this wing. This swing is like, as annoying me. What happened to my music? Oh, it's just loading all the time, that's why. Okay, let me do those little cute wings. You know what? Considering that they're badly drawn makes it really funny. It adds to the cuteness. Aww, look at him. Such a cutie. Let's add some little, like, effects, I guess? Oh my god. Oops. Let's do something in the background to give him something to pop. So I reckon if I do the mulk like this color, make it a bit darker. Let me just do something like this. Nah, never mind. I don't like that. We can do little more clouds. Maybe. Maybe for a drawing in a doodle, you can have him draw the doodles. Aww! Oh my god, yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. I do agree with that. What else can I add to this? I guess a little more lighting on the clouds, maybe? Because I have drawn them rather darkly. Like dark. Yeah, there we go. I also think it'd be, yeah, I think it'd be really cute if I did that and managed to pull it off really nicely. Oh, look at him. He's a cutie. A cutie in such a simplistic looking background. Which is good because it gives him like spotlight. I also think what I might do is I might, you know how I have hanging stars on the clouds? I think that's what I'm also going to add. Oh my god. Why is my... There we go. So, we go back to this yellow color. It's a bit thick, isn't it? A little thinner. It's a bit hard to draw how I did it in the stream one, because how I did it in the stream one was very specific to the clouds, I guess. Although, I think I want to do these stars instead as well. It's not gonna let me. Hold on. Remove this star. It looks awkward here. There we go. Oh my god, can I get this right? Wait, I'll just do another one then. I don't know why I'm not zooming in. I can literally zoom in, but I'm not zooming in. There you go. He now has more little doodles surrounding him. That's so cute. It's so cute. Ah! I'm gonna draw a cat somewhere actually. Let's draw a cat. Oh my god. This is gonna make it look like I'm horrible drawing cats. Oh no. How do I do this? It looks so stupid. Aw. I am having fun. I love drawing little stupid doodles everywhere. What's another one I can do? Little stick man? Oh, what about can I remember I have a controller, so like right nearby me, I can draw a controller somewhere. Alright, let's see. How well can I draw this simplified? I don't know if I want to draw it here though. Let's draw it maybe over here. Yeah. I always have fun when I draw. Oh yeah. There's one here, and then oops, one here, and then like the little buttons here, and then the D-pad, and this, and then the thingies here. I think I should rotate this a bit actually. I like that idea. Let me select. This is something I don't like about the select tool. I don't know what's up with it. There's something like actively wrong with it. There you go. Why is it not letting me move it again? Oh my god. There you go. Oh, good god. There we go. A little bunny. Oopsies. This does not look much like a bunny. So it's oddly calming, not sure what it is. It's probably because I'm very calm. I'm just working on little doodles. Okay. I'm just having a nice time. Usually when the person you're watching is calm, it sort of makes you feel a little bit calmer. Like a cat, it's okay. It's okay. My rabbit drawing skills can improve. Hold on. Does that look more like a bunny? I think so. They have little whiskers, don't? That looks like a mouse actually. If I add the whiskers, it looks like a mouse. I should add my signature actually somewhere. Let's decide where I put my signature. let's put it here. Ooh, that's a bit thick for my liking. Another star down here. Maybe little Zeds. Oh, little Zeds like going up to the sun is so funny to me. Okay, let me add like a little stuff down here because it looks really empty now. Little flower. Yeah, that's so cute. Okay, are we happy with the collection of little drawings? All of them are really tilted to the left because I draw really left-sided, so I'm gonna tilt them so that they vary a bit more. Oops. There we go. I'm missing the ear actually. Wait. Oh my god. This selection tool is horrendous. Do this way. This way. Yeah. And then let's do you a little more to the left, to the right. Oops, not the left, the right. Can I get your ear, please? That's good enough. There we go. Looks a bit more varied now. Oh, let me just save. Oops, I almost forgot to save. So cute. Oh my god. I love that it's cute. It's great. I'm being spammed! Oh. This looks so adorable. Okay, I've added my signature. I think what I'm going to add next is likely just a little... Oops. Maybe just like some writing down here probably. So that, yeah, wait. I want it thicker. There we go. Aww. Aww, he looks so cute. Okay, one final thing is now just to add a wash of color, as I like to put it. And this is just so that it looks more cohesive. That is the only point of it. And I'm gonna use yellow, because yellow. It makes sense to me. This is so that everything looks a bit more blended together. I do this for all of my art. It's just a lot of color. There's one specific color to make it all tie in a bit nicer. If I don't like the yellow, then I'll change it to probably a purple, maybe. I think purple would be nicer. Oh yeah, purple would be nicer. Used to do so in pink when I used to draw. Yellow. Yeah, purple looks a lot. This color looks a lot nicer. It looks a bit more saturated. This is how you can tell which colors work best for your art. So yellow makes it look really washed out, which isn't a good idea unless you have a more warmer type of toning. And because the color palettes I've used is very cool tones, naturally cooler tones will probably suit it. So if I do a blue, for example, ta-da, it looks more blue. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, cool. I think if I do lighten, nah, divide. Divide looks like that. Color dodge. Color dodge looks really nice, but I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I think soft light looks the best. It looks a bit more dreary. There we go. Look at that. All done. All nice and finished. Which means it is time for the end of the stream. I will post this on Instagram if you would like to check it out. For the people who haven't seen my ending screen. Now for the list. If you have not eaten, go eat, which is what I'm gonna do after stream immediately because I have my dinner like right in front of me. If you have not drunken something, go drink something. Your throat and your body will thank you. What else? I've already forgotten because I got hooray, congrats, and my brain blanked. If you have not gone to sleep yet, go to sleep. Well, I stayed till the end. Look at me go! Yay! If you haven't woken up yet, go wake up. If you haven't gotten up yet, go get up. If you haven't had a shower, go have a shower. You're stinky. If you haven't gone to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. It's a good idea to go to the bathroom. Your bowels will thank you. What else? If you have something to do, make sure you go do that. If you have somewhere to go, get ready for that. If you're not doing any of these things for religious, medical, or personal reasons, then as long as you take care of yourself and rely on, and I don't know, be cool, then yeah, that will be all. If you'd like to join the Discord, it is very much in the description. I will send this photo on Instagram, and I will update my profile picture very soon. Thank you. Bye. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.